In roofing, there is a lot of waste, but in this episode, let's talk about why we should clean as we go. Hi, this is Daniel Lakstins, and you're listening to the Roofing Business Builder Podcast, brought to you by Roofing Business Builder, the coaching program. And go ahead and hit subscribe right now and click like and hit the bell so that way you'll be notified when another amazing episode comes out. Many residential roofers want to get into commercial roofing, but there's a lot of things to know so that you don't make mistakes, so you don't lose a lot of money. For example, when it comes to get into commercial roofing, it doesn't mean that you start bidding on public projects. That's not the way to do it. You really need to get a few projects under your belt. But that's just one of so many things to learn. And so if you have thought about maybe becoming a part of the Roofing Business Builder family, then feel free to go over to the website and sign up for a Zoom call with me, and we'll see if you'd be a good fit. All right, so today we're talking about trash. We have a lot of debris on the roof. Some roofing companies may wait until the end of the job to do that cleaning, but in this episode, I'm showing one of the weekly wins calls that I had with my customers months back. And in this, I talk about reasons why we should clean things as we go. So let's look into this presentation during the weekly wins. All right, now let's get into mindset. So here this week, I want to make the mindset, people trust me. And there's a good reason for this. When we're selling to other people or we're developing those relationships, it's very important for us to make sure that they trust us. No one's going to buy from someone they distrust. Would you? When you're walking down an alley, it doesn't matter what race a person is from. If you look at them, you can see from body posture, their eyes, different things, whether you can trust a person or not. And so this is very important. When we're talking with customers, it's very important too that our body language is conveying something that says, you can trust me. And that's the thing though, is what happens is a lot of times we're feeling nervous. Maybe our salesmen are feeling nervous when they're walking in to talk to this person. And the thing is if they feel it, it's going to show up in their body language. So one of the things we can do is tell ourselves over and over that, hey, people trust me. I am trustworthy. People trust me. And when we do this, it's reprogramming the subconscious mind. And once the subconscious mind believes it, then we'll act that way. Our body language will automatically shift. Now, next week, I'm going to talk a little bit more about body language in our section on prospecting. So we'll look at that. So people trust me. Now let's get into our technical training. Clean as you go. Clean as you go is so important, guys. And I know that if some of us are just growing to the million or past the million, we may still not have enough jobs lined up to hire and train our own crews. That's okay. But you can still have meetings with the subcontractor and go over this information with them. Very, very important for your reputation, for your company as you grow. Now, clean as you go. Why is that so important? First, I want to go and look at the residential side of this. And I know that a lot of you guys still have residential companies. And remember, what I teach is do not get rid of your residential. You know, that is a moneymaker. Be sure that you keep your essential personnel that has been originally making you that money, keep them in that, and use new people to, unless you can always hire someone and then let them be trained by a key person in the residential that you need in your commercial division. But hire someone in the commercial division. You want them to be two separate entities because they're going to forget one or the other. So you know this. So, but I thought because we do have a residential side that's making us money as we're growing our commercial side, it would be very important to cover why clean as you go is so important on the residential side too. And the reason why is because whenever you open something up or you take the trash, you have to clean it right then and there. Why? Because you're not going to find it. It just happens. It blows away. I've been there. You've been there. It's laying in the neighbor's yard. Where did it go? It's later on, you'll have nails in the gutter and things. And what happens is years later or a year later, someone's cleaned out the gutters and then they have a bad experience with that debris that was not cleaned up because it was forgotten about. They didn't clean as they went. And when that happens, it's negative on your company's name. It's in the driveway. It's in the neighbor's driveway. It's in the street. And it reflects bad on that homeowner. And when the homeowner is reflected bad upon, it reflects bad on you. So residential, you have to clean as you go because you won't find it. But let's face it, it looks tacky. It's tied to your name. When their friends come by to visit, or if they're having a party and they're walking up, sure, they're going to be reminded that, wow, this is you got your roof done. So, but that reminder is a negative reminder. You don't want that. You don't want your reputation attached to negativity. So clean as you go. Now, when it comes to commercial, this too, very, very important. Where does that debris go? This is even worse because it can go into drains, clogged drains, and who's responsible? If they don't call you back, they're calling another roofer back that's going to trash your name to the customer. Well, how many of us have done that? Say, well, look how they did this detail. The roofer obviously didn't follow the spec. And so when it comes to even something as small as debris, yes, your reputation is going to be going into the gutter, just like the debris, right? Or it's going to land in the parking lot next door, maybe the customer's parking lot or the parking lot next. And so to illustrate this, I was doing an inspection for one of my clients so that way he could get paid. He just wanted to double check so that he had a report from me that he could give to the customer that was out of, they were 3 hours away. Their office was 3 hours away from this location. His office was about 4 hours. Not 4, something close to 4 hours away. So let's listen into my video to him in response to how finished the roof was.
Hey, Juan, I'm up on this Walgreens. The only thing that I'm seeing is that there's a lot of little pieces everywhere. Look at this. Here, then you go over here. If you're walking around, there's more here. Here. And everywhere. There's one there. Just walking along. Here's another piece. Anyways, that's the biggest thing. You just keep walking the roof, and they're just constantly pieces of trim pieces all over the roof. So just a heads up. Looks really good. Other than that, hopes are supposed to come in. So great job, but just tell your guys to put after they cut a piece, put it into their pouch or put it in their pocket, and then next thing you know, you won't have any of those problems. But hey, great job. Appreciate you.
So you can see that any contractor or not contractor, the inspector, when the inspector shows up, they're going to see all that debris. It's going to count off on the grade. So why do you clean as you go? You're not going to find it. It looks tacky. It's the same process. Other tradesmen will see it. And if your name's on that roof, then those other tradesmen could actually be someone in your corner when they're talking and say, well, that this guy does really good work. But they won't tell you how tacky your roof looks if there's debris everywhere. And, in a storm, it's going to happen. It's going to blow off somewhere. It's going to be in the gutters. It's going to be all over. And then what happens is like a week later, or a month later, or 2 months later, they keep being reminded of who you are, but it's a bad reminder. You don't want that. So, and here's another terrible thing is some of this debris, say if it's a pipe flashing or pipe bands, you pop them off the stainless steel, those little things are sharp and they're easy to poke holes in. If a HVAC guy gets up there, he steps on one of those or steps on a screw that wasn't cleaned up, then you're going to be going back and it's going to cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's not worth it. So train your employees, train your sub crews to always clean as they go. They can just put those things into their pouch. Once their pouch gets too big, there should be a bucket up there. And if you had whatever buckets you have, if it's empty, you can put those in there. And remember this too, is if you are a company that carries things up and down the ladder, be sure that something's in their hand. If they're going up the ladder or down the ladder, make sure that they're carrying some of that trash or carrying extra equipment that needs to go back to the truck locked up. So those are things to consider.
And now it's time for Did You Know?
Did you know that according to a survey conducted by the National Roofing Contractors Association, the NRCA, 87% of customers consider cleanliness and debris removal during the roofing process as an important factor to their satisfaction with a roofing company. Yes. So in addition, another study showed that maintaining a clean worksite can improve your overall productivity by up to 20%. So by prioritizing cleanliness as you go, regularly cleaning up the trash, cleaning up the debris. If you do this as you go, it actually not only will help you to have a good reputation with your customers, but it also boosts your team's efficiency and productivity by over 20% or up to 20%. But that's just amazing to think about because, and think about this though, if you're leaving stuff here or there, it has an effect on the psyche, on the mind. So even the employees, if they're walking and everything is picked up as they go, it just, I don't know, it makes you feel better. Who knows why the study shows that to be the case, but because we find this to be the truth, then maybe we should implement this into our companies. All right. So that's pretty much it for the show. I truly appreciate you. I know that you're riding around your truck. Maybe you're in your office. You're listening to this podcast, and your desire is to continue to improve your business, to grow. And so may your business be blessed to grow. If you have any questions for me, feel free to shoot me an email at support@Roofing Business Builder. And again, love to have you as a part of the Roofing Business Builder family. So until next time, I don't always consult on commercial roofing, but when I do, I make millionaires. Stay wealthy, my friends.